Hello, in this video, I will explain to you on how to solve this problem. So let's read the question first. A student stands at the edge of a cliff and throws a stone horizontally over the edge with a speed of 18 meters per second. The cliff is 50 meters above a flat, horizontal beach as shown in figure P3.23. Okay, this is the figure here and this is the origin. So this is 0, 0, right? And let's answer the question here, and we need to divide this into x and y components. So we'll have x here and y there. Okay, let's make a line about that, and then we'll have it like this. Good. And the question A asking about the initial position. Okay, so we'll have the initial position. Okay, what is the initial position in the x direction? It is 0, right? So we will have 0 here. And in the y direction, because it is 50 meter height, so we will have 50 meter here, 50. Good. And then B, what are the components of the initial velocity? Okay, initial velocity. We have in the horizontal component that will be 18, right? 18 meter per second. And then here we don't have any vertical components, right? Because the stone is thrown horizontally. So we will have 0 here, 0 meter over second. And then C, write the equation for the x and y components of the velocity of the stone with time. Okay, so we need to find out the velocity over time. Okay, in the x direction, we don't have any acceleration, so it will be constant. So Px here is equal to always 18. But then in the y direction, we have an acceleration of g here, right? So the stone is pulled down by the gravity. So we will have Py here is equal to Po plus 80. But then Po is 0, right? So we'll have this one is 0. But we have the acceleration is g. So that will be Py here is equal to gt, right? So this one will equal to gt, or Py is equal to 9.8 multiplied by t, right? And that is the question C, the velocity over time. And then for question D, write the equation of position of the stone with time using the coordinates. Okay, so D is position over time. Position over time. Okay, the position over time here in the x direction, we have constant velocity. So we can just use x here is equal to the velocity multiplied by time, right? So I'll have 18t. Good. But then in the y direction, I will have y here. Y is equal to, remember that we have the formula for the distance in the with some acceleration. So I will have POT plus 1/2 AT squared. Okay. And we have no initial velocity in the y direction, so this one will equal to 0. And the acceleration is g. So I will have this y here is equal to 1/2 g t squared. But g is 9.8, so we will have 9.8 divided by 2. That will be 4.9, right? So we will have 4.9. So we'll have 4.9 and then t squared. Good. So this is the formula for the position over time. And then how long after being released does the stone strike the beach below the cliff? So we need to find out the time here, right? So here we have x is equal to 18t, but then t is equal to x divided by 18, right? So we will have time So we'll have t here is equal to x divided by 18. So, but the x here is unknown. Okay. But we can also calculate the time here from this one here, right? So we will have this one here, y is equal to 4.9 t squared, or we can have this t here is equal to, what is it? The square root of y divided by 4.9. Okay, we know the y here, which is 50. So we will have the square root of 50 divided by 4.9. Okay, what is it? So let's calculate that. The square root of 50 divided by 4.9. Okay, I will have 3.19 seconds. So we'll have t is equal to 3.19 seconds here. And that also the same here. So the time it reached here vertically and horizontally is the same, right? So this one will be also 3.19 seconds. Good. And then what else that we can do? For question F, with what speed and angle the impact does the stone land? So we need to find out the horizontal and vertical component of this V, exactly where it land. So we will have this one, but here we have this velocity here is 18, right? So we'll have 18, but we can also have the vertical velocity here. So we will have this one here, that will be 9.8 multiplied by t. So we'll have 9.8 multiplied by t. T is 3.19. So we will have 9.8 multiplied by 3.19. And I will have 31.26. Okay, so we have 31.26. And we have the vertical and horizontal component. So we need to find out what is the magnitude of this one here. Okay, so let's clean this up. So here for the question F here, we can get this V by Pythagorean theorem, right? So we'll have V is equal to the square root of 18 squared plus 31.26 squared. And that will be, let's use calculator for that. So we will have the square root of 18 squared plus 31.26 squared. And I will have 36.07. 36.07. And the unit here will be meter over second. And what is the angle? Okay. What is the angle? That will be inverse tangent of this one here. Remember that this is with respect to this x, so I will have minus sign here. So I have minus 31.26 divided by 18, right? And nothing that we can do except plug that into calculator. So we will have shift inverse tangent of minus 31.26 divided by 18. Okay, and that will be minus 60 degrees. Minus 60 degrees. Okay, and that is the answer for question F. And we have this table for the answer as question A until E. And we have this one for question F. And I think we have answered all the question here. Hopefully, I did not make any mistakes during my calculation. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.